Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel fan site that I have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. We're looking at X Factor number 27 from 1988. And it is a Christmas issue, even though Christmas has already passed. I can't help when I was able to get to this where I go through these stories in reading order, and this is just where we're at. Fall of the Mutants has come and gone, and we've got X Factor's new uniforms here. I can't say that I really care for these, but this is pretty much the costumes that they're going to have for quite a while. Particularly, well, the Beast will return back to his normal form because I really hate this brown thing. So, all right, so we got Iceman creating this big tree here, and we've got Richter, Leech, Boom Boom, Skids, Rusty, and Artie all going down this slide. Walter Simonson and Bob Wiacek do this cover, which is really rare to see Bob Wiacek actually inking a cover, even though he is the inker from inside. But most of the time, Simonson does the covers by himself. And so our title is Gifts. And so they're going to be helping out since New York City was pretty much demolished during Fall of the Mutants, and Jean Grey's using her telekinetic powers to bring the kids here with her. Louise Simonson is our writer. Walter Simonson is our penciler. Bob Wiacek inks. Bob Harris and Tom DeFalco continue the editorial. And so, again, they're basically explaining that they're bringing Christmas to everybody. And Cyclops, Iceman, and Beast are here. Here's a little coloring error, as this is the sky, so it should be this color of blue. And so, Cyclops and Marvel Girl have professed their love for each other again, because this jerk basically, although he does think his wife is dead, he basically left her to go find Jean Grey, and then of course, whatever. So, all right. And so the kids here are all like, well, he only married her because she thought Jean was dead. Oh, okay. All right. So, and then Beast, of course, if you remember, he was infected by oh my goodness gracious, pestilence from the Horsemen of Apocalypse, and every time he uses his strength, he gets very, very strong, but he gets dumber as he does it, and eventually he's just gonna be too dumb. So, all right, so we have the press here all gathered here. Rusty's wearing a mask here because he's wanted by the authorities here, and so they're basically showing what their powers are. And so, and here's Iceman. I really like this pose here, creating this big Christmas tree here. So, X Factor's gift to New York City, stuff that's going to melt and create a lot of water. And so here is Trish Tilby, and she's going to go with Beast and the kids and be kind of part of this story. And you see Marvel Girl takes her as well. And her and Beast are going to have a relationship in the future. I don't know how long it lasts, if it's only through X Factor or if it continues through when the books go back to being X-Men. And so here they are, kind of landing. But of course, Angel or Archangel or whatever is watching them. He was their enemy for like 2 issues, and then that's it. So, shortest heel turn in comic book history. Um, so anyway, he's looking at it and going, Christmas presents, an ice tree, and to top it off, they're reveling in it. So he, of course, doesn't like that. And the humans' adulation, while the world is filled with humans and mutant monsters who want nothing more than their destruction, enough is enough. I can watch no longer. And so he screeches through. And so now, um, he's gonna watch Madeline was actually still alive here in just a moment here. And Rusty's like, hey, they're talking about the X-Men, and Cyclops goes, the X-Men. And of course he hears Madeline here, and that message, I have covered it. It is in the playlist on X-Men 227. um Scotty, wherever you are, I wish you all the best. Find our son, keep him safe, raise him well. I love you. Goodbye. And of course, he's like, oh my God, she was alive. Oh, what a jerk I was. Oh, and so they believe that the X-Men are dead, and he's like, oh crap. And so he's like, the X-Men, they're dead, and Maddie was alive, but she was with him, and now she's really dead. She said, find my son. And so I can't digest this in front of the reporters. I have to be alone. And of course, the tear running here. This is really, really cool. I think I would have done two of them to really put the emotion in there. And now, of course, she's also heartbroken. Storm was a friend, Wolverine, Colossus. So they're thinking about all the stuff, and notices that Beast didn't see them. That says that's probably good. And uh, she tells Iceman, hey, I saw the X-Men on TV. They're dead. And Iceman doesn't believe it, that they've survived worse. And of course, she's thinking about that. Of course, the X-Men are not dead because, God, they would never kill the X-Men. And so the X-Men were brought back immediately after dying by Lady Roma. Again, I have a playlist. I have an X-Men playlist, an X-Factor playlist, an X-Universe playlist. I've got everything in there. So if you anything with X is in that X-Universe playlist, feel free to check that out. Everything in reading order, starting with Classic X-Men #1. And so she's thinking about the baby, which of course is going to be Cable. And so she goes, can you take the kids, Iceman? And Iceman's like, yep. And so she leaves, and she's like, she's going to help Cyclops find his son, which they eventually do. Um, it becomes convoluted after Chris Claremont leaves. So, all right. And so here they go. A lot of destruction caused during the fight. And we have like, oh, we love you, X Factor. Yay. And now they're going to be in the new headquarters, which is Apocalypse's old ship. And so the city even brought him a Christmas tree. And everyone's like, oh, my goodness gracious. And of course, there are some protesters, because there always are, because someone's always complaining about something somewhere. So these are anti-mutant protesters, but you can pencil in whatever. If there's something to protest, someone's gonna go do it. And so they're looking at this headquarters here and all the stuff that is in there. And Beast gets frustrated because he can't work anything, doesn't know what any of these keys even do. He just gets more angry. And so they're gonna try to hold him down. They're like, hey, it's okay. And boom boom, no, oh yes, boom boom. She's like, oh, no wonder he didn't even yell at me once, because remember, Beast and Boom Boom were always going um, at each other, and of course Richter is like, hey, he did this, trying to help everybody. So, and poor Beast feels all bad here. So anyway, um, so Trish Tilby is making a report, and I bet she got to spend the the day with X Factor, and all she says is how one of the members had lost his intellect, and now they all lost their lives, and then he's crying. He's like, "Oh, she told everyone how stupid I am." That's actually not what she did, but he's like, "I thought she was my friend." And so these are Jean Grey's parents. She knocks on the door, and um her dad is like, "Oh my God!" Suddenly, this thing breaks because I think we have to have some action. And of course, Jean Grey lets him know that she's alive and gives him a quick recap of everything that has happened here. She asks about her sister Sarah. Um, X Factor, was it 13? Maybe. I think it was X Factor 13, where her sister's house blew up. Anyway, um Jean thinks that she's endangered her family by coming there, and so she leaves and promises to find her sister. I don't know whether she does or not, but you can see the last panel of the last few pages. Something has been happening there, and so more trucks are coming, more gifts for everybody, and they're gonna end up donating some of these. You can see that there's sick kids that don't have anything, and so they're gonna end up donating. But more stuff getting built here, and Boom Boom's like, I want to keep everything I have because I never had anything. And Richter's of course now gonna go at it with her, and eventually she's like, all right, but I'm keeping the sweater. And so suddenly there's this boom. They're all gonna investigate, but the kids are gonna go out with the gifts, and the ship keeps doing something. She goes to look at the kids, realizes the kids aren't there, wakes them up, saying, "Hey, they're not here." And uh, she tells them she saw her parents, that her sister and kids are missing, and Scott's baby and Candy Southern and Scott's grandparents are on a cruise. So a lot of stuff happening here. So they're on the way to the hospital, but there's someone here looking at them. The ship continues to do stuff, and so all these guys are like, "Huh, we're just gonna take this stuff." And of course, the kids use their powers, and this guy takes out a gun. You can see Rusty's not wavering. The ship keeps building. And so Jean Grey uses her telekinetic. Three of the members of X Factor show up. The kids all run, but Iceman traps them there. And Jean uses her telekinetic on everyone. Again, ship is doing something. What is it doing? We're gonna find out. And so, Jean Grey's like, "How come you guys left?" Yada yada yada. And they're like, "Hey, we're gonna donate these to the kids." And she's Boom Boom is like, "Don't look at me. It was Leech. He made us do it." He's like, "My idea, Leech. Not sorry." And of course, Bobby is like laughing because he thinks that this is funny. And so they're gonna go ahead and do it. And they've been teaching Leech to control his powers. That's why she's able to hold him, and his powers aren't stopping. Meanwhile, the ship continues, and so the everyone's at the hospital with their new presents. Love Beast dressed as Santa Claus here, and Iceman getting all frosty like he used to in the beginning, and then he creates snowballs, which Rusty sort of melts. And Cyclops shows up, and he says, "I'm telling you I'm leaving. I have to go find my son. I'm going to the airport now." And the ship continues doing its thing. Where the heck is he going to go? And Boom. And then Apocalypse watches. He says, "It is finished. My ship has repaired itself, and it is as good as new, better, improved." And he laughs. "Improved indeed. It is my gift to X Factor, a gift they have earned in full measure. Let us tempt them now to open that gift and partake in its wonders in full measure." And so, remember, Caliban did a heel turn and joined uh, the horsemen here. But beware, X Factor, beneath that shiny oil, I think I hear it ticking. Merry Christmas, X Factor. It may be your last. And he has a big smile. Next countdown. The Frightful Secret of Apocalypse Ship. Don't miss it. So, X Factor number 27 by Louise Simonson Water Simonson with Bob Wiacek. Like and subscribe, and I do thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.